Hey, video piece on you. Onya. Why are there? Why? Factory business for your mamumo na yeda mwasen so se mwatwe ame adan ho akwa ba fe ye de Ghana nkomo no ye de ba be hihye so amamo ma me ma na adrumo happy birthday ene na adrumo wanya mfie du enti wo ma me no papa Mr and Mrs George Nikwe ma happy birthday and Evelyn na kwale Korte also wedi awoda na manetwemu enti belated happy birthday for Mr and Mrs George Nikwe na omoma happy birthday yi yo ene muma yenhwe na yenka digi kakra yen digi ye ho sisi an mo se ye digitize ye ho na ye digitalize ye ho bi se ye digitize bi se digitalize communication for na ba no womu no womu be cheche mu enti de nu a womu teye ne de womu ante ne de nka womu nya nka womu betie no guest ne ba ko se ebema ye aduane ana am say obviously ebe boa ya ama ya market aduane nti evenly distribution of the food stuff across the country because I'm looking forward to that day that ofa na nye say bi obi na we create market nko bi create it's a good one but me person me quote Techiman marketer I mean Miti Accra on Techima market, I'll find a buyer to say Ghana 40 here, ya or multi China 4 year business. Come on, no. We can do that to Ebeye Kamapa, Enti Ebeka digital agenda, yielding benefit. Dr. Baumi outlines the numerous challenges it has solved. Into numerous challenges in the been then na no panome can say eya na yete emfa ho ye dwen sa man panimfo no wo manya nti omo nkokana wo mo emra na wo so mo ba wo mekire ye form for ne nti asese ye nyina ya semo anye aman panimfo nko enkonkonko but no kure bi mu so ye pollution ni more ebi mu na omo ma climate change ni ye kese ehun so kura sa for nso manko China kro wiri oni Russia na Biden semu muni suban watwi omani kakra ampaw bebre most of the pollution no wow ni me be ya adwen se China di mu akotene pa nso yet ono wanko ye be ka Glasgow summit no enro mu dia ba wi ya mampani san 2009 or Copenhagen onum shebo say omu be ma poorer countries be $100 billion na ye di aboabo ye emissions ni bi but ye emissions ni de ketuwa bi ye de ani sa omo ye finkese no ye de ahia nti o se omo disika ne maye ti e mo de maye sai ba aya ne si edua anua ye free bi ye tua bi se bi bekam ye dua anua ne ye bedi bi yakuna ma menya case na court apon ye je 100,000 say eya omo be ma 100 billion Ghana say nyamu eya 100 million na say betim de be 10 million 10 million credit also tim de 2 million credit anua no de aka no etim de ye ways and means but on a more serious note ebeboa yen ama yetumi de yen so ye chefa etese ye they fight climate change in the TMDI because omo contribute to the pollution and more of the emissions you know omo ne west for no we need someone no pay bedwen ho well em say bia kam we just ag for no omo koso bokoko na no na me ka say omo suspend this strike no that was last week Thursday and less than a week you know wo ma say ama na watwe yikokoboyo and special prosecutor de yenya brea ye beka no ho asem menua ba nana ya jan prince o tete me pa na de makai nana ya achempem jantoa show template ne to ho what we call be a fashion ma achempem no mrem ya ma ink nkwa achempem nim nana ya achempem jantoa the first female general secretary MRCPP na obanso de ani ahofe de ofa ne kwa bene nso ye otekokoso nana ono te kokoso na wanfa NLM anya adwuma wosi wo CPP wate ne hu o fire sa na ba bia ewu amano enti na atena se na Dennis Miracles Abwaje NPP communication team member oya we se wuku ada on eba last week na wa amano wa ama enye ye fault won say ye kuni na me ka kire mu omo no omo hyehye omo ama obi ama nem so omo twen se Dennis ne beba ti oba yi maka kire no se ohwe na se wonya ho ma onka then is say me to no dra ma to no dra na wie eti e try be na dani piesie na se piesie so ama next week ono so obedi fire kakra say den CD ya nana ni den it me good morning.
Hey,
thanks for the correction. Me that say what say me watch you.
Yeah na.
Say nana ya senior matemi hu. Omo sha so mo ti o.
Semadomo.
Omo ti o mo e.
E dey say obi anim say ayi.
Matemi wo fo. Eti esisi ese bi ba na ye kai so obetuma ate no ho sisi ya.
Na so no wate ne ho dada ansa na oba.
Atete no sa.
Ade yes next year the Ghana card na be passport now ko American immigration officer ni man Ghana card.
Oh tina say then it's because didn't you listen to him?
That be me pese me hu.
Education very important say be on tia say ti be cheche mu. I think say
education. What can on tia that them ya na ya ampe.
Na on tia say
on tia say
I want tia say
on say
synonym for tia say we got to say
me dey minimum.
Say I dey no kind na say dey car.
And I say nam can no Ghana card to become e-passport next year VIP.
Say sa no can but yes na wo can.
Sa nam can no.
O say that the Ghana card. Na say ko jina American
immigration na pita Ghana passport.
In America yes no can no. The car na say ma me.
Ye beba so relax to bo ase be me na.
Into on tia say.
Me enra me tia na me hwe ntiene nso mo ya me tia na me hwe se na mo so na ma hyehyɛ coat pampe okay
ya man post bi ntia so ko ye
wonya post
ana onya bi
o ya former DCU but no promo
ye na ko ji bi DCU for na say driver ba mu na ya asem
na we nyina ebetuma ye contempt o
sao
na so yenchi obi ase yenchi obi
ana nye na wo pepam
enti yenchi obi an kokota contempt
na court ndi obi ase mo we dey cut
adam say wo pepam
police in chain
police achi wa why boni
police on allegation of bribe
allegation yep
and all can you see this yes say ya chino no and now pe bro for allegation
na ya dey o dey ene anu pempese me no be
na oni mi asem bia
min kasa o dey min kasa
uni asem abeka
mo me nkoso wa mo me ka climate change ne kakra nsa na mo ba be politics shesheshino I don't know say digitization ye politics dia because
politics politics one kind
okay
why not represent us about be breaking 18 tinye process towards breaking the 8.
Papa dia to anim so be breaking 18 but let's just start from the Copenhagen and Glasgow Scotland enra omo dia ba wiye de bia omo kɔ no omo akɔ akɔhia but still efi any me see efi emissions no it's going on and I nika say China obi anim say sa nyema yi wono kra na odi mu akotene kese no wanko nhyiam de bi we nti na no Trump ho no no twen ne ho free mu no hu ne say ade no ye hu so papa ase omukọ kasa and to say the mampani de to omanim enra ne say 2009 ton and na muka say mbetwa sika we ya ma poorer countries cause yenso ye world ni mu bi climate ne butu yesu bi enti yenso ye dua nua ye from de no mumfa brand from 2009 up till now and my are they really serious say about combating climate change?
Mem ya me dasi anope me denchi abema wahwefo ni omo mo hwe wo Facebook no omo mo hwe wo TV so me denchi aso bema ECPP impanyimfo leadership especially Ashanti region impanyimfo na me so me vice chairman e wa Ashanti region e china osie ne maame
on kafra
me mane yakọ na kafra me I'm with them in prayers mitimi so a mekwa akọ na chidom comrade mreku nyakopon enchichire wo re president akasa na wakasa akokuduro so
okay
say yenyane saade bia ankeye that is the president I minim no all my life say oyobi a baby asem ne da no or the top and to think say at such an international forum coming from an African country no otimi atie gina a challenge wo or say honor your pledges direct in some amoka fa say emissions ni pollution ni ade mo beye ho adwuma
mo na mo ye ne kese
intimo honor mo pledges sika mo se mo de be ma African countries $100 billion dollars I be fighting
and no cry annually
I know annually
yeah
Yes, it is a yen lesser endowed countries because monamo ye pollution na abaye so.
Yeah.
What I say obekaya nansen bi dolphins bi fish minimum twi din there but omu efri sea no epuhuru efri epunu ma ba be gu axim na omu se China for na de niema bi gu nsuo no ma all over the world na omu wugu ho. It is any osi kan bi say China say no they were not there. Na adentina no wo mu ni ho obi asoso amo wo mu kwadu ana akwa te say China say na nimu atre ama wanya abasa emu odin nti no otimi ye de wope but I'm also thinking say are there no sanctions against these countries SSC betimi a sanction wo mu ana apart from say ye kasa talk shop as if say some yisa conferences we na ye ba betena say na che say ye de be eno ano no ye nka ho asembio till say niema beye den another day beba anase pollution issue bi besi baby ansana woma ye den oma adwene asan abaso. The president spoke very well on this matter but me believe it say what can say nessa woma adwene etweba so say omo de sika ne be mayan to say the COVID fund ne sika buy and let's put it to good use for the reason why the money
na die nyama ya fe na obetu ho fo.
There be say them two ho fo
since 2009 ama
but say ono aba be kan ebi obi nhye den nya akukuduro mfanto o manim and obi susu nim negotiations aye den akoso on say most times say yen your friends African countries no ye ne developed countries ne kasa asisi ye bohu but me de bia me kasa yen we make them because abrochi ana say countries na womo yes womo ye more developed no yen niema na omo de bo omo ho ban ye gold ye cocoa ye niema nyina yes Switzerland one of the best chocolate there and there ye cocoa ye gold ye diamond ye bauxite Africa ye oil ka ho ye niema bebre na ye den ye de omo befa ko otimase omo befa ko na omo de ayomo hu ye nti I am very happy say president mi gina ho e ka kire wo yes otimi gina ho ka kire wo say de mo kikan nyina no ade ebo amahye no mundi ebo no so and it is very important that somebody will stand up to them and speak to them especially from this part of course when it comes to Africa Ghana is a trailblazer obi enim say Ghana Nigeria eson de but say ye trailblazer Ghana a trailblazer so I think it is in the good direction but yen so yen hwe so ye de because and so hwe a rain pattern class we are in November and so enra nsuo toy anopa nsuo mu na it means say enye nipa ba akopɛ na pollution no affecting no at this moment no yen ya na ye see yen de no kitwa bi but little drops of water makes a mighty ocean etoto ho nketen na say yan hwe ho asem anka ba ya kese inti na se ne ma bi wo ha hwe sometimes ye kra ye de kitwa wo behu na trotro bi anaka bi ewusi efri ne to a eba no enye wusi kitwa engine no anane rings ana bibi nkoye nso no wo roadworthy sticker ebo car nanim se wakwa ye roadworthy se car na odinam na roadworthy nso na fumes a free muba no
na se car na free ho na ye kotofie
ba ye bi kwa na wo Ghana ha na watena ho na engine ewu ana ne rings
okay
oti ase but ne ye okọ roadworthy ama ya ma ne roadworthy
okay
oti ase ni nyina ye pollution because sometimes ya na ntutu free car no to ba no ni nyina e ka ho bi ye de enu swa but say ye gina ho na say ye hwe ne ha say de bia ye mekai those days no na rubber say de toto form na no so but na ba bia be ko bia ye fi it started bit by bit en ye yi ni ni say ye yi ni say ye nketwa no kra ye one we should deal with it and I'm urging say ye nyina ye because say a drew point bia hwe ye galamsey ye de na ye galamsey ultimately say nye emissions. But look at the galamsey devastating and nsuo crampo no na se na me kokuma se ekwam ho baby me dru achem ho no Brim River no aye black ebedu baby kwa na nsuo kwa na yenye bi enye den enno nti ni nyina ya ade eti yetimi ye de yetimi hwe na etimi eboa yen na yesusu yetimi ye den ye bokọ yen. It is a good call and I believe say enye just rhetoric but idea he actually means it.
Okay, great. So otimi ya ni answer boy enko Dennis so Dennis
Amen. Dedika metia ayofo na metia menyo bema Abeku Newton.
Okay.
Me senior no or hwe no pay.
Okay.
Na mas catch MP me mebu nyina say e nyina ete de ndro Dr. Baumia kai no e nyina pintin. Bibia ifa o mind free de abebedu no. Your collective responsibility as a political party. See ye bebo ho ban because ye bre ene ya adwene ye nyansa. See ye tena se ne ejija ye ho na NDC for the ntwani nkontopo ba begia. On be say dwuma ye nyina na je ya bregu. Nti omome yenka ye humbom na nyina ho pinti na yembo adwumaden a yaye no yembo ho ban ye ntumi fa Ghana ento aso nkosi ginapa na na dan kwaku fodo say was sum up issue no end na ya aka ensem no bebre I don't think say me wo bibi fufuru bi akafa dia waka no ho
all right
me ne ya adwen kama so na no se
me ma no se
dia crucial ne say these great 8 countries and I say very advanced countries in the say omudwumedie no omudi no especially when it comes to carbon emissions no yen ye suffer the biggest effect and so yen cry in contribution so because you have finished industrialization cray ya shas ya na another roman kakra eba now if they alone are contributing 76% of the global carbon emissions na say yen the whole Africa omun kwa na omu ye jama 8 to say no contribute 76%. Yeah, in Africa no yeah contribute jama 4%. I think say they need to be very fair to us and contribute their quota because omu ye nyina ye na suffer. Omu no when they are having the effects of the climate change because omu osika as a result of dwumedi omu deny this effect na by omu osika until they able to move into other areas and then when say this green technology and this light fuel and this they are able to do it.
Yes.
Yendi I think never shall you electric cars and now call America bonten so omu electric car charging ports.
Sure.
Electric car charging ports all over more be able to be more electric car charging ports. Yeah, you know, I feel cranny baby chassis. I feel cranny how these electric cars work and all of that. Because we don't have the capacity, the financial muscle is not there. What the electric cars you make, the part does a bit to me. Okay, Germany, how much has on electric cars? Taxis near there, but we are not coming because they have the capacity. And see, as and when they emit, and the climate is changing, they have the financial capacity to move into other areas or make to me survive. But how about us?
And also, more selfish because climate is necessary. You are constant. To say the American, say Munukune Hataye in ISO.
And Omocrampon when they suffer the effects now, almost times we sikana. And then we are struggling. I think say the president's call is spot on. And me, then say without mincing words. And hopefully, you know, they'll be able to redeem their pledge so that we can save the planet. There's someone who say eventually someone to me and one and you to be answered idea. If it's a baby because he has of course you know
to see akra you go so ayeko Bernard ni PAC aba ofie ni dende
nana
yes ofie ada nanka no pese obesi afi be pone so
oh me see won tem na aja traffic
oh kafra kwa aba yen kan kese jama mpani eyi asema odeto ni nuanom amampani fo nanim wo COP 26 summit na se no and a bobo who say climate change ye ne den na esesa insurance no aye minimal
yo me da wase na mafa kwanya isunsu di nchia emu eni ama ahwefo na mechia me nuanu ma me no mechia so amampanyin fata se ye bebo na baso kakra wo ne kasem kasa ne de idea ye mampanyin wuntimi emfa monitor modern onim kasa ne kasa no brofo kasa no okaneke kama pa na mu nsemfo bi na asese ye twen adwen koso te no kan no ye hwe technology niema ye beka say cause pollution same from mema amza dodo na ye amanga kese a wonga tumpon mfridwuma he na sebi Africa ye wo aye beka say mpo bia emu siwe be fima ba no ne ade betimi asai mfram memo dodo na be fi aprofu yara so no mampanyin boss no am say boshe bi course emri bi a wo she boss obema Africa support sika bi mu yedru na am say sika no empu ekwan ye ya na da nti hia say no mampanyin be kai won ho say boshe am she yegini muntimi ni so nti hia say so mo zanko back to so boshe na na climate change na kan say kwai bu ayenso yebu bo yenkrom hanso eno se factor
yeah
kwai bu na nsen yati rosewood hunsem kakra na nipa bi a wo hyase na wosisu se won sika obenya nti wo behwa ye ampa ye di galamse hu nkomo enya galamse no nkwanso na ede ohaw ebre yengman fa yemframamu nkomodi woko young forest reserves kan no nanka Ghana yebetimi abost of and then no reduce aba from pa yekobu nua no wokwan ma na abedua no wo fie wo lor kwan ho no ma adwen ho amenua asete
yekobu ana yetintim foforo ami ka say ye nese foforo na afi ya be
yedua wa yedua wo lor kwan ho afforestation
what ye dua wo kwaye mu na hu
bi mu ahen na ye dua ubudua ba kwa udua ahen na e sha nan na na ohwe sa de no so
okay
uwura kwabretu bi emu a ene bon se lor kwan ne nchen ne yetum uwura mu kakra bi a won abunu e wo mu nyina ama nasa na nipa ne bui no ahen no dua ntoka wa ye ko ho ne se won a wode chainsaw ko bu nnua no wo mom de ye ma won kwan ana won hwe sa de ne ye Ghana fo na wode chainsaw ko no ko bu dua ba ko na opai wo ha no oni kwan ne o concession a obudua ne wi a na o de machine atwe afa nnua bebre so abeto bebi a obo nnua na no eno de asem bi enne ho ya abra so se ye fiase sebi o na ye di no kwara ma ye ho kakra da bia meka se ye manyi ni ama ya che okwan so no kwaredi a ye nni
okay
ye nipa bi a isusu se ye kan kwa kire wo ye obinum so ya one day isusu se ye kan kwa kire wo se na wo kan kwa na efeva me a me so wo kan kwa pa o chena wo kan na mfeva me so wo kan kwa ya nhwe sa ho ni ye ya ayare ho se ne baby a kan na nka isusu se kwai wo pa me call wasa over the weekend
okay
na senia kan no na nka wonnam kwai ma hu se ayetum kura wanhwe anso kan ne po a wo hu kwan enti se bio concessions afro ye nhwe se nua na he na wabu na he na wadua sha nan how yam resumponi na be de be nchirima be the next 20-30 years how
Thank you. Yen share the union so much ye can. Yahuza also may say the digital transformation agenda in Ghana is really on course, and very soon it will position us to be globally competitive in the emerging digital revolution. Kudos to Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia and the NPP government for spearheading such an agenda. AU Farouk Tamali North, good morning, Dr. Bawumia. When the exchange rate has exposed you, you quickly switch to digitization. That field, which belongs to the communication minister. Every Ghanaian who own a bank account is still fresh in our minds. Government to fix CCTV cameras in all police stations also fresh. Notwithstanding the death of a man who dies at the market square on market day needs no further funeral announcements. Okay. Musa Abatwa, one thing Dr. Bawumia failed to understand is that Ghanaians don't take him serious anymore because the deceit is becoming one too many. How do you claim a Akufo-Addo government has established companies more than any government since independence and failed to mention companies and do proper comparative analysis to back your claims? Kofi Junior Smith, please, a truck delivered expired bottled water and energy drinks at Soutum last stop, and the women have started displaying them for sale. Relay this information to the appropriate authorities. Soutum last stop. FDA for market market surveillance for FDA and munkona munkoshe mayenye. Mame Shedio and Shraba Nelka Ashaman constituency. Everywhere was choked last night, listening to the Messiah in economics, Dr. Bawumia, by setting the record straight through digitalization. This shows we have only one Messiah who can change this country and move it to the next level. Lillian Akosia Bidia Ghanaians are fed up with Bawumia. We can't wait to retire and teach him a serious lesson in the 2024 election. If only the Akan NPP party even allow him to be their flag bearer. AU Saudi Makenkan Kofi Jr. also them. Kofi Nyakon aka Blueprint from Mesika Dukitan, he writes, the NPP strategy as an administration is not to merely repair the system, but to build a new system through digitalization and be the leading country in Africa in terms of technology. Good morning to the incoming General Secretary, Charles Bishu. Kwame Opasco, Afenyoma Kemba. Good morning, Sister. Kudos to President Anado and Vice President Dr. Bawumia for the number of infrastructure projects and policies implementations for ordinary people. And greetings to Honorable Alexander Afenyoma King. Dr. Dan Blue from Brimswa Pilsika. It's highly deceptive for anyone to take that, to take what the VIP did at Ashesi University yesterday as gospel truth. In as much as I agree that we must have digital economy, I disagree for us to have partisan data base. Rosemary, as someone says, but what is surprising if a card will be used for travel? This world that is changing very soon. Just your body will be the passport. So let's discuss other issues. If no one understands e-passport, they are just not ready for the tech revolution ahead. JC Bear Abeka, one surest way of shoring up Ghana's economy is through digitization and the digital god. Dr. Bawumia said the pace yesterday with his remarkable delivery. Okay, now Dennis, starting from you, the first thing is it digital or digital? Because this, as I'm reading, I come across it digitization or digitalization. No, nincheche muno. And then to me cheme abemuano a second person question will be about how I the locals be on board na ebeboa ama omunkechi. So the taxi driver scenario no I still am yearning for the right answer, because imagine me the fee and I'm a beige man pese me coffee. I do Uber, Yango, Taxify, Waba, Meko. But me here taxi, I cannot do that. And we are doing this for locals. It's a better dina taxi so Ghana taxi for no so a better alternative am I and say, oh, say what Uber ewo hono, ye what taxi so ewo not the taxifier we name but local for no so ebebasa digitization or digitalization according to him.
I remember that's it. Now, I think that this subject is a very, very important subject to be discussed. And Mate, some of the comments, I feel that Anope and a discussion, no, maybe person we concentrate purely on the Dr. Bawumia Kayen.
Exactly. Said one year.
I'm just trying to draw the attention of Nana Yanswadu.
You draw my attention.
Their mechanism.
Just note it down. Thank you.
Digitization and digitalization. And no mean digitization here say we convert hard copy papers, analog data into soft copies. And digitization. Remember example. We call lands commissioner. And can no so call searcher. On be call shelves no so. No mako yi o number boxes A B C D near there. No mako yi abafe no mako hwema ko site plan. Who site plan now if you want to information or feedback, it will take you 3 months, 6 months, 8 months. Their digitization, I say, so papers na nation that come on. Scan in no capture data no a good computer so. And it said ne lands commissioner. Digitalization ebema sa de na nanka we train 6 months and so much papers once on sakano. And now digitization na ya converted data no into no digitalization ema wunya sa information no in ebia 2 days and a day and 3 days. Into digitization here, the process of converting the analog hard copies into soft copy and a digitized version. Digitalization here, so what you say? Obit in the fee, now we use code, on the phone, so now they renew the national health insurance card, a digitalization of that process. But you say in Chemuna, I thought so.
Yes, I'm
exactly.
reading something here.
Exactly. Those are the two separation. Back on here, specific activity. Back on here, the effects and also the outcome. Digitization or converting hard copy into soft. Digitalization all at the same time. Oh. In fact, they work hand in hand. Because some person who born national health insurance, equal digital. Just our convert your hard copies into softs. And some way to me about digitalize process but I said them go here say enti wo pese me
was say we digitization and some we digitalization.
Yes enti it is digitization and digitalization.
Okay.
Digitization converting hard copies and now friend is saying into soft and analog into soft. And now digitalization here the process and the effect.
Okay.
Enti me pese me kwaje passport.
Okay.
And then me nko to form or post office and fill it.
Okay.
And then no met na fie na ma family phone na ma call internet so na ma fill form. So what you say? It's an convert analog data into
digitization.
Digitizing.
Okay.
Digitalization is a ma fill form na ma nanti akọ any appointment. Me do here na ya pick me biometric. Me time na the ma me no ma call na me nya me password na me ko fie. That is the digitalization.
Okay.
But you say chance dey adwuma. Na eto de bia ebe hu be hia say ebe explaining na nkofasi ase say enne bebie ewo wiase afa na nyina no untumi nka say wo build the economy a un digitize and un digitalize the economy no that is won kan you cannot succeed because amaya o pese oni omunya nkita hodi ni nyina no omo di kan akọ hodada enti answer no mo no ebe deal no they expect a certain baseline requirements we answer wo ni omo tumi ayeden edi nkita ho and that is where we have been struggling with for a very long time as a country. For a very long time. In fact, Ghana ha, and no man penny Abedeche John Dr. Baumia can say, you bet to me a my way mu. Now what bobra ewu, wabra will be a queen himself out here. And I said now you're gonna need. And okay. Because ya wo mi chrome latte abejede. The none me be example. Ya wo no birth certificate woni bi me twey metina latte mami di be 10 years as I me took coin for the first time abe kropon for the first time abe kropon yenka your friend is saying enkrampo some dem na say wo fi mi kromu bank an ya wo be di be 8 hours 9 hours traffic enti ye man kran ma me he enti we have people who have lived their entire lives oh kure wo mu no wenya birth set wenya nkita hode bia no wewu no ko. No records of that person ever existing in this country. Okay. So that me quality as here. And then it's on digitization and digitalization. We've moved away from that. Share edu baby na Ghana ha. So be per national health insurance card. Process of be film no. Obe di be 1 week. Na bibi akra yen ya say my grandmother or no person call hospital e channel pa no. Just enne wakot na national health insurance office the whole day a confirm say the card na expire as wako. Okodu hospital na say expire na say to be hwe no oniska you so sign call no could be 2-3 days and why then waba all of these things were because of the fact that you need a processes in nyina analog.
Okay.
Because of digitalization of a phone na wa short code no we using the mobile money no they are renewing the card no call hospital. In fact what the doctor dey nim kra na say won say the card na expire do here say obebo code no the mobile money ayeden etua. It's send digitalization into. So what's the doctor name? That's a mobile money no unisika waswa. Because of interoperability, Dr. Baumia and another kuku for the benti. And you see it's very important. And yan another and the mobile money buy you. Ya ba mono na mobile money wo hodada. But the key thing, the enhancement are critical interoperability no. Interoperability no ma mienu na ye. En kan no na wo MTN nko na obetumi ne omaye den ayemumu de tosu mienu se mete wona se me discount me mobile money ni so a je se mananti akọ GCB na makọ check na me yi mi sika free GCB na me yi sika ni wie a na maba akọ mobile money vendor ho e discount na komana so de to me mumu so the effect of some momo was not there because still now we have to walk and trek. It's an interoperability now, part of the digitalization process in it. All I have to do is say, me call me bank account move on my phone no so wow. Na makoyi sika if my bank account no so star 929 was saying. Na me dey aba me mobile money wallet no so. Eba me mobile money wallet no so a na me dey tuya me national health insurance scheme. Enti as we speak now, mami, ubetumi atena wo dem atena fie. Edidwa aye dey opese wo ye nyina without stepping a foot anywhere. Now,
me question no be here.
Oh, so me church him no
more. Have enough.
Oh, and say me to me church him there. Okay, my 3 into. My 3 into aka 7. So me na me wa be me na makama 7.
Bra, why 6 aka 4?
Me am wa be mu makama 7. So me need time.
Ye nkoi.
Me na makama 7.
Mu nyina mo happy.
But me na makama 7 to me church him.
Ada wo akonwa.
By the way na ya, oh where by the way. Enti no. Enti sub processes we no. E de or how be a net that Ghana for so no a year for your so passport and can no so kwaje passport who be di be 6 months na unya passport and cry what twa kwan be 1 week e to be e de bo kwa na your passport. Why is the lie in any of these things? Where is the lie in the fact to say Ghana ha na say moja e short wo hospitals any chips company clinics nipa to me ene esa ne zip line e wo omena kunti no me region eastern region any regions they try and no every day zip line air transporting almost about 100
shorty.
I mean, name the last time our hospital be because say na me pemoja ba menye bi. The reason is that so will be another car. The reason is that anya hwekrampo no mami and then we have the zip line that transports the blood. Is it a lie? Anyhow. DVLE o pesa o je o license a unhia go boy. Unboken to a bribe. Undi 5 months, undi 3 months. Uko DVLA. Nasa ubi biya yokia. In a day, in 2-3 days, ube to menya DVLA license. Upesa we renewala. Ube to menya. Is that a lie?
Emphatically, if you say no, Dr. Baumiana can say a beboa na a reduce bribery and corruption.
Yes,
so
but
no,
yes.
Say no totally.
But it is.
Because
but it's working.
Ubenya obi obetimi aka say. Pacho me fa kwan foforo so and still
so,
like
and now we Ghana na ukutua sasika na wo no and wo pe na wo tuye sa we don't need to pay.
Okay.
It is not necessary. En kan ne de na person join wo person jump queue. So I just say on person be line. Wo person wunya ne ntem but ene no ukwa ya trot wo open 2 days a premium service. Regular service utuya say 1 week. Open 3 months say and once you follow that process utifia na wo follow o track it. The status.
Come but now me trying to say you do ho.
You do ho. Oh. If you pay, you are paying it at your own. You don't need to pay because we are there. So let me go out here say we are there. You don't need to pay. So who you are now one person who you are. Minimum service, DVLA, passport, registrar general. So who could use kama goro personal. Now say one hour person who use cannot be coding free because what they tell you they will deliver, they are delivering. You don't need to pay money to go around any system because I didn't get a mommy. Utues can cry. I didn't know a computer. Computer na key will say ubedi 3 days. We see ka utu and ubedi 3 days. To be in 2 days. To be in 1 day. Tilipan beji we see ka eden. Edi no kwa. Sa no ma we no. In faswa edi brain and say. E magana for services I access from public sector institutions no. E ma ye ho ye ho ton yen. E san so ma the cost I bear in accessing these services no. E san so ma ne ye den. E san so e ma no e kofem. Essential ensure say in the creation of all of these things, you know, it creates jobs. Would him say all of the digitized interventions and what Ghana hano? Nina Ghana companies.
Meda say.
Nina Ghana companies.
Thank you.
Now, me responding to a final question on the taxi drivers.
Responded because it's 9:31. So one answer.
Okay.
Oman for need you no more.
Nana.
Yeah, digitalize. And no idea, Dr. Baumia
kind dumbfounded.
That's it.
Meet me in Casa because I am the miracles only Ghana. On one Casa walk short code no crano. Won't mean chere short code. And now, me nana.
Say only no offer, then she say
only no offhead. It says so to me, who defend the idea and who name no offhead. It should be public. What's a national health a
national
health?
I haven't done that. I haven't mentioned that.
Short code be
but did I mention the short code?
Oh, can short code?
No, I haven't.
Master,
you see, it was
Star Bibi.
I know when I was speaking about, please don't take me out. They can't interpret, and I mentioned the short code.
But then you know what she's referring to.
No, me boy, I mentioned the short code. Why you taking me out?
My dear, Ose gram your mommy penny.
Nana, make your point.
Make your point.
Sweetheart, Ose mommy penny mu obey me easily. No,
but you are quoting me.
And you be our kind and then
you are quoting me.
The point is that
I catch and so on TBB as I'm sure why you thank you.
Me pacho your friend is saying mommy penny mu digitalization me I'm confused because Enrano
after what
Enrano advice and he kept saying digitalization, so I was wondering which is which.
He said both.
What I say? I was wondering. It was more on the it was more on the digitalization, but the point is that, my dear, Obi Biara Obeka said we should not move towards that. Obwa, as you see a movie. But what is the process? Make sure the meaning of both. No, at the base of it is an equipment, a machine. It can be an Android phone. It can be a computer. Are we there yet? Who hears that equipment? Besides, what is nipa a Ghana? The demographic crop what nipa synchronity type eco computer. What about electricity, sustainability of power? Because it's a obi, as I said, me could Jimmy paper in tentem. Ewo baby. Now you the near money ya digitize it as a computer. Now me corner your lights off. Next and crofone so need generator. And I fuel once I'm crying. The thing is, the customer didn't work Ghana. Fuel crumb better a good generator near problem. How do I get my enemy fear you doom cania from an upper to a human? So if in that area there is a company that deals with some of these things, as I say, nipa koko, a yet then I yet me a paper. And son, I bet can't weigh the politics. As I see a team who say platforms and all foundations are in place.
You can say their politics.
Because at the end, the reality of it, that he's talking about non-existence of Guru boys, it is not true. Then it means you don't know the reality on the ground. Because nipa senkra what can be beat is a market. Nipa send what techima marketer or phone and answer or computer and answer obey me aye transaction or laptop, computer laptop. Obey me aye transaction menu.
And I can't say I am digitized.
But I am saying Uber digitized. And I'm not saying
so can say Ukita Yama. I don't know which of process ni bonus Ukita Yama with the QR code.
USSD code.
My dear, make hear me very well. You see, you need to know baby I will free your Ghana.
Okay.
You want to phone or crampa phone Nikita no crampa near maybe or you educated the power. Say I was born before computer. What did they mention? Whilst we are going through, what are the training programs and now say educational? Yes, just a send you bet me. And yes, I'll call your lecture no jansa. Because Nipa na eba be yes I deal with. Nipa and the eba be used to that process here we introduce it. What did they make you? Nipa, how do we do it? How do we get to it? Because who can now say, oh, SSC drew her. Of course, SSC drew her, but ansana ye be drew her no. Esa we share the level of education, esa we share the level of involvement, esa we share in crofwa segment even the people. Say be a jump for send the be mom so aye part of it. Educated people, university for workers, woman even crowd woman be process na crowd they need to be educated, trained. You have to put all these things in place before you can say we drew her. My dear, so won't put this animal way in place. And then Crawford will hold money momo. Obo how we need mobile money. Obo how we need send even yes, minimobia will need WhatsApp so. What I say, blood as some are walking. A church or check, then it's for chem say, no, we need problem with blood. Minimobia. The loved one lost their life because there was no blood in a major hospital. I didn't know. Yes, I'm now okay. My dear Nipan, propaganda.
Hospital call yes, I ever find out why the doctor allowed him to die.
Master, me say blood.
Propaganda.
When you put him or koya consawam. What is propaganda?
Propaganda.
And when you say boni panidi with TV so.
Hospital need to be.
And when you say hospital need to off a watch.
I bought me
me catch you me see the panel the loved one is dead me so or catch me plus na ya Ghana has
Nana Pacho make your point.
No, that's what I'm saying say or see even to get blood no cry and wutimi nya no through even easy means.
Anywho.
It is not true. taking from
zip line is not true.
Please, your zip line might. And non American, you put a process in place. You should make sure that that process is not just rhetoric. As I told to me, make it just a process. A year, Juma. Because Nipa Krona we very educated. Was a pen account. Nipa Krona was a very educated person. One make blood. Me cry was in the process of trying to get blood and kanema amena na whoever ni be ye intino. So who ye process.
So what you say be na be facility no and you say
masa won woni be hospital
means of say the blood ne be na eni ho but blood na kasa bi ni ho because ye ni muso say nkrofo entampe mu ya twinti ya ye kan wa bi nra
ya me kan say asem so yo say ansa na wo di process ne be to ho no ese say wutimi egma ayi amanfo Ghana fo say na say ye no there should be systems in place training
but other who feel say Ghana fo enyante say ni so ade hu digitalization is doing that.
Menye sure say obia Ghana enye nkran yo. Otimase. Ghana enye nkran. Ene Ghana enye kumase.
Okay.
Otimase.
Okay.
Ghana is threat beyond ha. Inkurasiye wo ha. Se wontu kwan ko baabi da Ghana ye wonkurasiye tu.
Okay.
And so wo kasa Ghana enye Greater Accra region. Inkrasiye to say what kind of digitization what kind of this process and then it means say as I say emutimi tre so wo kwa broche na say wo ko krasia oko ebia wo te London na say obi wo Canterbury wo ko Canterbury o digitization na wo Canterbury because etimi make sure say obi biara ya trem ama obi biara etimi de etimi nya ho mfaso. The training of it is very, very important. Yes, you be kasa far near the atoho na nya adwuma between digitalization and digitization near who difference. Na nchechiremu ne ye de emma. Otimase ya into the point is that it is very important that as we move towards this process, as I see nyina etimi tia say what it means. What actually is the meaning of what we are doing? How are we getting there? Because ye bibia aban ye bibia de bia me ka se wi ase abu ye bibia me keep the W's and the H. How is it going to be done? Who is going to benefit from it? Where are we doing it? What is it about? These are things that we need to look at. Anya kasa keke why no all use why and all use the process of digitization or digitalization? Where? Who? Why
no use in the na sa Ghana phone is
and the Ghana phone is nipa say netimi ya yes statistics the same thing they did. Yes, what is the data?
Enti ususu say ojitum say ye enti omoma da ubone enkyerkyere nkofo mana
because one ye cheche na kasa na kasa na ko season.
Okay.
What did they measure no? Say many ti ha say ye say process bi na say you go through na say you use your phone, you use your laptop na you nim send your beg get it and I me need access to a laptop, me need access to a phone see ya be ba so bi sa ayi kwa ya mi kura no ya was specific one as the vice president say enye yam ni nyina na betimi aye
oh really
o ti ase
yam bia betimi aye
masa pacho o ka taxify oka taxis
yam bia betumi use USSD
oka taxify oka ye aso ye nkrofo ye taxi for how do we reach them? And there are others and ye taxi for no nko there are others otimase even kra trotro no kra wo befa no maybe kra be cast instead of kwa gina ewia so ano esese etimi utimi enya bibi etimi che say wo trotro na ede wo kọ madina e be dru ha say in 10 minutes
na na dey say nke ya ideal situation say watching digitization
hey they say digitization because
ya kwa nkakra if na trotro no ntimi nye sa ba ya lolo ne metro mass betimi ya na train be betimi ya
asem na me kan nye no an wakosi hoi nti say wutimi cheche ye mu say yadru ha.
Okay.
Aha na ye dru no.
Okay.
Say ni ye betimi aye. To this point.
Okay.
This point de ye nya nuru ho.
Okay.
Because ye ntimi cover baabia. Emma ni looking like ade na aba. Ye hu adwuma obi ye atrem aban ya ade ya trem ni ye de ye propaganda. Enko yie sa esesi ye timi hu say if you are doing it in stages na no kore bi eye den eba.
Ofie usuji u meet dunia and digitalizing. And na me sure say utie because uye no to say na oba ube unya ho nsema me sure say positive room say o negative cranty what na advantageous my and then so na disadvantages my
yeah me that's it That's a papa. Now, and Rami tie kakra. Dr. Baumia lectures no. Nana me hu baby a menti asene me fa fi.
Oh, really?
Say Vice President Dr. Baumia and all kind digitalization ho asem. Yeah.
Eja.
Emu ahe na se bio etofu a. Emu ahe and eto jevru. Yeah. Emu ahe. And eto dokuno mama Fred anopa. Emu ahe.
I think they no respond this idea no mu o say mu ya mu say wa jai economy no digitization no say and na wiase bia ni sika sem na dwade ekoye no na ma be for kwan so nti se wa anya no a de betofu o ne dokuno ne yi papo shito no ema
the budget digitization pacho e fa
na me sra wo time asa
sana no person kire ne ana o je se sana kire mu ne
ah kan say
so no jo kan wie no enyuma ehun aye na ama mebum no aba
oh okay
emu ahe no kire se no betimi ama na aba ah
why no we say fie TV so
na ni tia no so wa she da MPP ni pa bra Charles me da me chia o over Charles
I know MPP
papa very strong
okay
me be over ni chia no yeah anka Dr. Baumia de abrebia no be gina ho no kasa no be ka cedi ene dollar nkunta ebu a kire obeka ne enti a petrol bo akosoro obeka ne enti a sika ho akwatwe obeka ne enti a taxi driver entimi nya ni sales at the end of the day na osira juma wakoja yede yenso ne hefa yeah ubisa question be digitization and digitalization digitization no more or less the infrastructure.
Yeah, from there then it's kind of see as some papers now computers near the bay.
Once a son keke.
Okay.
And a computer na see one say you see what keke.
Okay.
As a same free be baby.
Okay.
A bit me store data no.
Okay.
Once a son office work keke.
Okay.
So what you say? Inti ansa na obetimi anya access to sa na no.
Fiber ni bebe mo.
Exactly. And our friend infrastructure.
Okay.
Na eya no wa me wi agmasua Dr. Baumia more infrastructure be edin. Me pato me bua na. Intini say no o digitalize Ghana. So what I say because infrastructure be o hold it down. Nti ama na adwuma no ogusu ye no aye tetia ama. Me twa adwen ase fi asem bi.
Me too pa me sure.
Eya nisuade hu President Mahama nyai way back in 2013. And into one sorry keke. Anko mount podium anko ye me say dey kra denka enye Dr. Baumia nka me hu ne say achievement impo wo mobile phone afia wo use that ben mobile phone da wani mi and no say a whole vice president go jina baby say o kire ne intel to use mobile phone na ye den won use
sesi a hane wona nana nka mpese wo float se meja o na but hane wona nana ya aka se eye da ubo ne nkyerechire enti se wanka ye be den
bi da ubo ne nkyerechire se de use mobile phones ana yeah wadi bi wo hawo ho enhia se engage a whole vice president e wo bra ye wo ma ahokyere ene ohia ene okom nyuma ho ayedin yentimi ni akone aba eye na djuma because ono na head economic management team pato na mkeso ati ase there will be day your communication ministry your friend then information ministry ka betima boa wo ti wo there will be ampa eye but eye below the status of the vice president san common empathy ne
o cheche said ya abefo kwan aye fa so no
o chere incident Sen ko buy no so Ghana in the next 2 weeks. You better fly spaceship. I know there any status.
Oh, really?
Yes.
But so because by next year, no.
Me say and only as safe for no necessary me. Because one of former I have some kese.
Okay.
Vice President say no. Akabaya bosuma ebiesan kwa nangni. Acha bosuma num. So we Ghana ni. Now if your men be super Ghana, what the friend then? NIA card,
yes.
and as e-passport. Yeah? Ghana hampo Ghana hampo ye mfi ase utilizing ye me pacho me boana momo na odi tunu ho say we no so kran so your achievement if you are saying use bobo enye ne yeah me nua dan isi say interoperability he say ultimate send from MTN to Vodafone nti no no ye bibia ye mo ye nsam ma ho certain Swiss private company private entity na nanka ba be in collaboration with the Bank of Ghana. Eti vice president who be gina baby abeke ya kire say yanya ne den ya mpacho sa wo na ko yisika mobile money no wo the NIA card kwa woje ye mo nkomo woje
mobile money
wo ko je wo ko withdraw
na say o musi fa wo ID card
bembo
crash for na say ha mo de den voters ID na den NHIS
obo NIA
passport
obo NIA
can driver's license
obo NIA can
Abrante ya mo papa so am so
the be ni wa wo the NIA card ko ye transaction Ghana
banks actually before I me resume from the leave no na me ye adwuma bi na me jai na me call ye no say na old card na your friend is saying
voters ID
no na banks for na nye so I started calling the bank
new one
no monje
exactly
nti me bisa na mo so afei de omo so omo platform omo friend no G5 na G5 ne so no na eniso enti some of the banks have it and now ma pay me sent omo digi new card and am say omo say na Ghana card no so Ghana card no has its own verification machine NIA for the ma omo so I asked like 3 or 4 banks and 3 banks and then one told me that omo de omo wo NIA card no machine no omo de verification so omo je
that's what I was yes now her time no so anka meka se time na
me de be ma papa
o hwe so nti me comment 2 years me se ngaji o de be ka ho ama me ya me say NIA Ghana ha ye ntimi mfa nye transaction fully
o wani de achinye ni
me da se nti said vice president be gina bonten beka na 5 months after sentimi anye internationally globally
na ade na yen ka se nyese me kire ode ka but ye me bisa se ade nti ne ma ade any time se ade afei na ye de ye adwuma ye ma ne time na enya adwuma kakra na ye nhwe but ayeti se de o ka bia no ye pese che se enye is it that bad
if ye senko okay no so ye nga ni su ade hu no wa ma timeline
o problem ye se o de bre ato so no
na ye ni nyina ye problem because you never be bra semre wo ma you never be bra so about me ebe ma timeline when timi and deliver you never be bre ya government to build hostels for Kaya starting next month esifa
no digitization
no me said never be bre wa ma timeline when timi and deliver
okay ni generally
be bre kwa ya ebi no village will have water or toilet problems in our first 2 years in office MPP. Every Ghanaian will own a bank account in 2018, Dr. Baumia. COVID-19 government to begin construction of 88 district hospitals this year, Nanado. We will build theaters in every region, Baumia. You see, into Enyano ni yepetie. Ya penia ebema Ghana prempren ya timi ya yebenya eni daso.
Say o sha see baby.
Ya me say, what can we no? See, I say bring na the kokasa asem na. Problem being a solve prim situation. Or how are you? Challenge the one is say no. The money na no can it me solve my.
Okay. All right.
Unless say be a worry gwanga fi bibi ho. Abana susu say na nsan yen ho kire yen dodo. Mebunga tuagu mountains wo pa adwuma ye wonya. NAPCO trainees or beneficiaries. Wonga exit, wonga adwuma no contract na esi. Into wonga ba be gu system nim. Adwuma ben no ba be ye. Into yenkoye bibi na enfia manfo adwen nkoso ne enfanya nkomodi. Sante sa ade anka no koye no ya me soniti soni nanga enye ye.
Over, I think wakasa over now, right?
Yes.
Over now ni nyina hu.
Na ya ni mun e mabisa wasemo. Ghana for how bi ni say. Jebru, se woni jebru. Ne ya moso obukasi. Jebru.
Yes.
Kotoku ba kon.
Yeah, can be die.
Mo me de me kan jebru.
Matiwa.
Sa July this year. No what on 450 cedis. 450.
Okay.
Sorry, yeah, 45 cedis.
45
cedis, did I say? 45 cedis. And ne amen no ka say. And then I'm 90 cedis. 100 Ghana cedis. 110 cedis. When him ni because when I was so gas no want to mean Tobio to ngejai. E yi challenges and Ghana for ye plan no yi if Dr. Bamia ho. Digitization the Dr. President Mahama was setting platforms in the infrastructure and were building. Tini ebenya data center. Oko tema ICT park. Why you need na ma odeda? Near Dr. Mutana wants to can digitalization. Ebi ni e-commerce, e-government. Let me guess what that.
Senka or say, oh, as abanda than Pablo 2 minutes, but make you.
Sabri po ye here san komodi ya. Oba na manene ya fanya dey.
Na ye hu de ekoso. Na fe o ma hyase a cheche.
Wan nipa na obeka nkom on ye nkasa enran. Need job description and kasa pa. Any den wa bengum. Vice President or ye den.
All right.
Or you're leader of the economic management team. Ghana economy no ewo he yeto dollar ahe prempre 6 cedis 70 pesos. Ehun komo be no obeka try na no say watch the dollar na the handcuff agunensa.
Okay.
Meboa. It ko oba also handcuff no emu ayemrel. Iti bia me kwa koto foforo. Ana handcuff no.
Thank you Dennis.
Iti you see yeah
2 minutes na ye fari bate. Dennis
2 minutes and so on. Yeah.
Papa mpacho me de bre na ye adwuma.
Enso, but so the American say there is one person me yinsem na no. The American say we expect way from the NDC. They have nothing to say. So utie na utimu say ade no ontumi yia no che ni tie ni nine.
Because me na me koka enti.
Digitization, simple question I will be saying. What does he think about it? Also you also mampeni Mahama na ye yo yate. Into mampeni Mahama na ye digitization ntine hu nyia said Dr. Baumi abede. The answer na omo fi abemu 2016 na passport you apply ekoje at ease. Answer na omo fi abemu 2016 na wo Ghana card na mo Ghana card. Answer na omo fi abemu 2016 na septin switch na omo tam yesika almost 1.2 billion and komo wi amomo no ma ye interoperability.
Yeah.
Answer now on the
money proceeding.
You get your 2 minutes.
You get your 2 minutes.
Anka.
But some soon him said no can ya truly.
Oh we are will be here.
No me person can will stop no. So I no. Because they are not tiase.
So you know I have to move on.
No, you don't have to move on. I mean,
oh Dennis, will you do this on live TV? Mami Konanaya, I'll give you back your 1 minute, Pacho.
Distort my thoughts.
The microphone is not fixed well. Nana ya do 2 minutes in the encore.
Hey,
don't do this. Which microphone are you going to talk to? Who will hear you? Nana Kasana means you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, they are digitalizing it. I mean, the truth of the matter is that these are not bread and butter issues. These are issues that, as I say, I'm even wondering, the whole vice president in this government alone. We're just corona man.
And Timothy, I'm person on your day.
You were Minister for Technology,
Environment and Technology.
Science. Yes, Dr. Free. You were Ministry of Communications, Madam Esla, Mrs. Esla Ousu Akufu.
Okay.
Sanyema Weno is within their domain to be able to come and speak to us. Okay. You were Minister for Information, Communicators, and you crampo church miracles church. For me, a task move to a simple person, a friend is a Ghanaian simple person than a president, a vice president Kasatin. And that bread.
Okay, so on okay can say.
What the digitalization ambassador now? I mean, truly, vice president of a nation. They said the Minia Penny Kai, a economic management team chairman who said president who said they accommodating. And then I'm in person call Macano accommodate. There is desperation in the system. You're not trying. I want you to walk auto fuel we are now person mo aye empty.
Yeah.
30 cedis a gallon. You see at this wo 30. And now could 100 Ghana cedis I won't mean to 3 gallons of fuel. And to also think that nobody even cares. They say with the traffic, man, no, maybe I stood at one place for 40 minutes and my petrol was just running. These are the issues that we have to look at. Digitization, how many jobs they be creating among kola? She say police recruiting, immigration recruiting, kwashese ne nkole ateso. You are 2 minutes now.
Dennis, you are starting at 56 by 57.
I feel very ashamed with the way our MPP, any CPP for, FASA,
MPP,
NDC, any CPP for. FASA, very important, very, very crucial thing to our economy. And as a Ghanaian, to know that there are political parties who have this stance on digitizing and transforming an economy, I feel ashamed. But I'll go to the issue. When there is a day for fuel, we'll speak about it. I had a money shake about digitization. I just keep quiet. We are talking about things.
Oh boy, I
feel ashamed.
This is very disrespectful.
I feel very, very ashamed. Mami Kaseminjo, don't disrupt me.
Accommodate.
Dennis, don't disrupt you. Mami sorry, kwani fa camera.
57 you have a 30 seconds.
Me ba be crave. Cheche, they also cheche.
Ah, you say a petrol as my beka, but I don't want to be distracted. Mobile be mo no. Na your ton petrol ne saying 82 pesos 2009. Move fee abemu 2016 no. Na mo de kwa saying. Na mo de kwa 2 cedis.
CPP.
NDC. Ah, mo for them from 82 pesos 2009. Move fee abemu na mo de kwa 2 cedis. Calculating actual percentage increase. Ah, mo fee abemu na collect to me go school because my job allowance is free mo say. Mufi abemu na Ghana for 90,000 afibi omu gufie because omu to me just come to your school fees. Mufi abemu no na Ghana ha nurse for any teacher for ewie adwuma 4 years omu year school yen for mu ndwuma mu. Ye ba ya be for mu nyina. Ye tuo ma allowances amomo. Ghana nkola omu nye scale to office ye tuo amomo. Fu na wo ka no. Emu ntumu na ye yatum no. Eye keto ase mu de na mutumu no. Mo ba ye na dollar na ye sen. I don't want to $1. Mo connect do saying. Now mo fan call 4 cities or 5 cities.
I've given you.
So these are people are. They've been patrolling ba.
Mama, you started at 56.
When to me, I manage the economy, no. Economy issue, we are fixing that. We are talking about digitization now. I'm not more happy. Mo pesi ebe buya man krasa.
Hold on, Meva.
Mo pesi ebe buya man.
I don't my mind.
I don't
know my way.
Now we are man before. Now we are man before.
My way.
Now we are man before.
Nana, they are more you perfect, and they don't have to
perfect.
Or ask questions.
Why your criticism? Why your propaganda? Pure grey propaganda. Your criticism. And we must tell them.
Yeah. 58, a very 59 to the 10-1.
What's in your cramming who are open? I didn't know who are open any. So what I say? And no, I am Adekye to a be. So, I bang man. One really a crabby as how much you know being. What's not?
Or church, so all the figure where you buy, then it's a patch.
Remember now, some baby
did Papa.
Ain't he so bad bang what you say? Yes, expect to say over tonight, Casa Freak as a Oberman man for who? I'm giving you. Mebois. Nemomo compare performance to near ma, said you, I best sent 5 years ago. I am the whole. It tells you say, in Crawford, what do you mean? You say, when you be a what the Ghana record. Because, yeah, so when you da so pan, say, I bring baby amount. My petrol tomorrow, one hand, gas, a boy, I won't even talk. When my, when I use one year, you man, no. Obabenya bibia ya anhwa obedada wo because no ni ma ye nada
na so fie nti so ampa say aban bi tutu so oye bibia de obeye bia ase enye no sa no ye bekoye ni ofie
mo de vote na
mene na se sebi you say opewa gya nan kese a no aforo soro
okay
yetu aba ma aban a santi na obon say na ya kan yi oso e dinka agencies bikra betimi aba be di anim aba be di sanko no mpato say otie me
then mitiopa then Mr.
ofie anka eyi
wo anka wo ka say ma wo flo ana wo ye ne sa
achievement kesi bi I expect say vice president at this time of the day
no understanding
no baba be gina ha be ka ho say maka kire wan ka sakra once mon tia de na say ya can say who digitize or manga two components. The infrastructure and the application, digital infrastructure, digital application. So what I say, we are building infrastructure now. Michelle Abobos say, what is e-Ghana, e-Parliament, Sane Menina was launched under President Mahama. But what so what I say, into where it's also credit, nya dey say engage what attention, the whole Ghana. Our bra or comedy amanfo. Mabunya Jumani.
Mimusa say,
yeah,
Mimusa say, Enrano, Oshasian, Senor Nuna, Oka, sa digitalization, and our Minister of Communication and Information for Nekanka, and you okay.
Why not? Why
so,
not?
I don't know your problem, but Nipa now all presenting.
And says I engage the Vice President of the Republic of Ghana at this time of the day.
Okay.
Yeah?
Matiwasi.
Fianani Mebunya Okakope recruit mu adwuma yi. Military for nekosi fire service. Ya we man shewa na. Wan kasa kram se mu ye job opportunity fair or whatever. Nipa ko board dumping wo National Theatre. Nti anya wa yam hihye. Every year anya ye kura no mo fra be ye 10,000 and ameboa. Every university. So what you say? Into better time can say passport application. What bet me ato no online. Into your money and ma. What a shame. But the man reduce Ghana government governance about do.
For you it's all about vote.
A problem. Say any vote am pray. And the Ghana function and Ghana onya obabe succeeding as one flag bearer. And Ghana go for so ben also.
Ye be pon.
And can faso ben ne was adi.
E pon wan ye be pon. Me da Bernard enim PAC oye NDC communication team member.
Yeah, so now the economic guru, economic
Nana champion Jantua no team finfini no. Oye general secretary ma CPP me da no ase. And Dennis Miracles Abuaje ono so ye NPP communication team member. Madam Wasio. Pacho die da ekoso ya ni pitiri. Thank you. Me de yakuna ma monko to aso mfichire.
Yeah, so